So the challenges of managing systems and of course managing users who use those systems in today's enterprise include something very simple and straightforward. The users want to have access to resources to be able to do their jobs, and to the extent that it makes sense, we'd like to be able to provide them access to those resources to allow them to do their jobs. Those resources, however, also must be kept in a secure state at all times. So in other words, we have this balancing act that we're trying to come up with here that says everybody wants to access everything that they have. I want 24-hour access to my email because I don't sleep. Well, or something like that. I need to be able to access this app or this component or this share or whatever it happens to be, no matter when, and very importantly, from no matter where. That's what users want. And like I said, to the extent that it makes sense, we as an organization should try to meet that request or requirement. But we have to do it in a way that's secure. So that's kind of the rub. Well, with internal resources and internal systems, it's kind of easy because with users, we have users on company-owned PCs inside the corporate firewall. We have a very easy time of locking things down. First of all, there's the firewall. Second of all, we have things like group policy and other management tools that are at our disposal to be able to manage systems that belong to the organization. But not all of our organizational systems only access from the inside. I live in a part of the world where snow days are a reality, and snow days happen, as many as a half a dozen times a year in this part of the world. And we got plenty of snow removal equipment, and cities and communities and everything are there. But for the safety and the security of the people that work for an organization on the one hand, and also so that they can still get some work done on those snow days, we issue, a lot of organizations issue laptops. They also have traditionally been there for mobile users or users that, need to be out on the road, salespeople and so forth. And so these laptops, while owned by the organization, still are accessing our organizational resources through less than fully secure environments. The internet, for example, isn't necessarily a secure environment. Had a funny back and forth with somebody over the weekend about this, and I said, look, the dark web is just waiting for an opportunity to pounce. And but for the kindness of strangers, we have to be careful, right? So anyway, more to the point is that we'd like to be able to grant these folks access to resources when it's possible and when it's available. Well, what further extends that whole proposition is the fact that everybody in the world needs to be able to access email and other assets by using consumer-based devices as well. I mean, on the one hand, there's devices that we as an organization can own, but yet still, even if they're owned by the organization, there's only so much we can do. And once again, they're typically accessing things through the internet as well. So the challenge of managing systems and users in today's enterprise is completely amplified by the fact that people need access to resources, and oftentimes it's a real need outside of the corporate firewall. And so still maintaining the security of these internal resources is a balancing act that we need to be able to manage.